Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello students, in this lecture we will be discussing the important questions, that was plastics. List down some features of plastics. So basically you have to list down the features. So these are the features, and that the question is a 3-mark question because you can list down many features. So let us start with the features. First of all, plastic is also a polymer like synthetic fiber. This is a feature, right? It is not something of an advantage or disadvantage. This is a feature, right? So you have to list down all of these. The types of arrangement of units present in plastics are of two kinds, linear and cross-linked. You can also show the diagram. This is the linear arrangement, and the second one is the cross-linked arrangement. Alright? They are available in all possible shapes and sizes. Plastic is easily moldable, can be shaped in any form. It can be recycled, reused, colored, melted, rolled into sheets. Also, polythene is an example of a plastic used for making polythene bags. Some plastic articles can bend easily, while some break when forced to bend. So these are all the features that you have to mention in this question. Next question, what are the different types of arrangement and units of plastics? There are two kinds of arrangement. First one being linear, in which the units are linearly arranged and linked to each other. While when we talk about cross-linked, the cross-linked arrangement has a different feature that they are linked in a cross manner as well. Alright, so this is the difference, that two parallel lines are also linked due to these bonds. So these are the two kinds of arrangements. Next, what are the different kinds of plastics? Explain in detail. So there are two kinds of plastics. What are these types? The first one being thermoplastics, which get easily deformed on heating and can be bent. So this is the only statement that you write for thermoplastics, right? And then you give examples, polythene and PVC, right? You can also write the use, that it is used for manufacturing toys, combs and various types of containers. The second kind of plastics are thermosetting plastics, alright? So these are the plastics which when molded once cannot be softened by heating. So they break when you heat, they cannot be molded into a different shape once they have been molded into one shape. Alright. So examples of these plastics are bakelite and melamine. Alright. The next question is about these two only. Bakelite and melamine are thermosetting plastics. What are their uses? Let us look at their uses now. Bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. So it is used for making electrical switches, handles of various utensils used in the kitchen, because it does not conduct heat or electricity. Melamine resists fire. So it is very important for our firemen, right? It resists fire, can tolerate heat better than other plastics, used for making floor tiles, kitchenware and fabrics which resist fire. Plastic is now a material of choice. Why? So basically you have to list down some features of plastics which make it better for use in our daily lives. So the first one is that plastic is non-reactive. So basically it is non-reactive, and hence we can put our food items in it, different chemicals in it. So basically due to its non-reactivity, it is useful. Secondly, it is light, strong and durable. As we have discussed in the lecture, you have to explain this advantage. Thirdly, basically it is a non-conductor of heat and electricity. So this is again an important feature which makes it very, very useful. This is a 3-mark question and you have to explain all these in detail. Next question, plastic can be used to store food items. Why? It can be used to store food items because it is non-reactive in nature. This is a 1-mark question again. You do not have to give any more detail. just write one statement which should be a proper statement explaining the concept. So plastics are used to store food items because they are non-reactive in nature and hence they do not react with the food, leading to the corrosion of it, right? Next question, what are the important uses of plastics? So here you have to mention the important uses. Important uses being that it is used in the healthcare industry, packaging of tablets, threads used for stitching wounds, syringes, doctors' gloves, and all these medical instruments, many of them are made up of plastic. Then special plastic cookware is used in microwave ovens for cooking food. The heat cooks the food but does not affect the plastic vessel because plastic vessel is a poor conductor of heat. Right? Next question, next part is Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick. So it is used for non-stick coating on cookwares, right? Another example of important use of plastics is that fireproof plastics such as melamine does not catch fire. It is fire resistant. So it is used by firemen, used in the uniforms of firemen to make a coating of melamine of plastic to make them flame resistant. Alright, so these were the important uses. The last question is, synthetic fibers catch fire easily. Which kind of material is used by firemen? The material used is melamine. This can also come as a multiple choice question in which you will have options such as bakelite, polymer, PVC and melamine. So always remember that the feature of melamine that is important is that it is fire resistant. So the correct option will be melamine. So these were the important questions. Define the following terms: biodegradable and non-biodegradable. So for this, let us move on to the topic. The first part is biodegradable. For this definition you have to write a material which gets decomposed through natural processes such as action by bacteria is called biodegradable. So 1 mark for this definition. And the next definition is a material which does not easily get decomposed by natural processes is termed as non-biodegradable. And examples can be plastics. The first example is plastics only, which we will be discussing in this lecture. Then why is plastic harmful to our environment? It is harmful because it is non-biodegradable. Now basically this will be a multiple choice question in which you will have the following options: that plastic cannot be recycled, right? The first option can be this. Second can be that it is non-biodegradable. It is used excessively, right? Any 4 options, you have to choose the option that it is non-biodegradable and hence it does not disappear at all even after 500 years of time span. Basically, the time from which it has been invented, no plastic articles have ever decomposed. So we call them as non-biodegradable. So basically, let us look at this table. Plastic bags. Now tin, aluminium and other metal cans take about 100 to 500 years to get decomposed. But plastic bags take even more time than that. So they are perfectly non-biodegradable and hence very harmful to our environment. Next question. Plastic causes a lot of damage to our environment. Explain. So let us look at the lecture again. It takes several years to decompose. This is again a 3-mark question. So explain all the points in detail. It takes several years to decompose. It is not environment friendly and causes pollution. Simple. First point was very easy. Secondly, burning process in the synthetic material is quite slow. It does not get completely burnt and releases a lot of poisonous fumes causing air pollution. So burning the plastic articles is also not an option. Hence, we have to somehow discover some idea to make them disappear with the help of decomposition or some other idea, because we still have not been able to do that. So this was the damage caused by plastics. Another is it kills animals by entering into their digestive systems. Basically, when we talk about aquatic life, or even we talk about the animals living on the land, all of them somehow consume plastics. So when they do, this plastic kills these animals by entering into their digestive systems. So again, this is a serious damage caused. Then clogs drains. Drains are clogged. Then also people throw plastics in public places, which is causing the litter. Right? So this was the damage caused by plastic, and this was the last question of this lecture. Thank you for your attention, students.